Hey guys, welcome back to another one of our ongoing discussions surrounding It, the new movie that's been out for a few weeks now and is getting massive praise and raking in all that sweet, sweet money. But we're not here to stroke the director and production team's ego, we're here to talk story. And one thing that I found myself talking to a lot of people about in the movie is Henry Bowers. And just what the hell happened? Okay, so spoiler warnings for the movie, although I feel like if you haven't seen it at this point, I mean, come on, why even click on this? But that's besides the point. There are spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, just click away. We good? They all gone? Okay, so Henry Bowers, just what the hell happened to him in this movie? So here's a little bit of background information. Henry Bowers within the context of the It story is pretty important. Not only do the Losers Club have to deal with a monstrous entity wearing the face of a clown, they also have to deal with a band of bullies led by this guy, Henry Bowers. He's a mean kid, but not without some bit of reason, given that he comes from a home of abuse and torment at the hands of his own father. Cycles of violence and abuse, it's pretty messed up stuff, but it all plays into the larger themes and progression of characters within the novel. Anyway, throughout the novel we're shown glimpses into Henry's life and a steady decline into insanity, pushed by his constant beatings by the Losers Club and his own father. All of this fostered by Pennywise until it makes him essentially its puppet and sends him after the Losers Club when they descend into its lair. Henry is the only one of his gang to make it out of the sewers alive, as both Belch Huggins and Victor Criss both meet their ends at its hands, where he is then framed for the disappearance and murders of all the children of Derry that summer and is sentenced to the Juniper Hill Asylum, where he remains for 27 years until he's called upon once again by It. Taking the form of his former gang members, It coaxes Henry into escaping from the asylum and attacking the losers that had caused him harm so long ago. However, it doesn't prove to be any easier than when they were kids, and Henry is deeply wounded by Mike Hanlon and then finished off by Eddie Kasprak. Henry plays a big role in both timelines of the story. In the movie though, I mean, okay, look, I know all about the no body, no proof rule. I've been around the block a few times, okay? There's nothing to definitively say that Henry Bowers is in fact dead. That being said, did you see how deep that well was? That was insanely deep. Like, Mike pushes that dude into a bottomless pit almost. He's like bouncing against the walls and shit. I mean, this is the biggest case I can think of for maybe not staying 100% with the original source material for Chapter 2, because even people I've talked to who have read the book and know how big of a role Henry plays in the next chapter have wondered if he's even going to be used again because, let me reiterate, that is an insanely deep well, like incredibly deep. This is also kind of coupled with the fact that Henry's role in the new movie seems a little less significant than it was in the book. He doesn't get nearly enough time to develop, and he kind of just seemed like he was already insane to begin with, so you have to wonder how much of a role he could really factor into the next movie when he wasn't really given a lot in this one, outside of maybe one scene with his father. And look, I know the argument about a director's cut. They could add more scenes with him and show him surviving. I get that. But you know what the biggest problem is? People who simply saw the movie and aren't looking to buy it on home release, that kid is just dead to them. Again, no body, no proof. I understand that, and I only reiterate that because I feel like that's going to be a big point of contention for this video, but I also think that it doesn't really portray to the audience that Henry would be coming back in any sense. Not after a fall like that, because I don't think he leaves that much of an impression in the film. And again, he falls down an insanely deep well into the lair of some beast that feeds on children. Maybe this is just a case of not enough information, but at this point I have to wonder how closely they're going to stay to the source material with Chapter 2, considering that, well, the adult portion isn't really considered a highlight of the story, so maybe they're looking for a way to make it better. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you all think in the comments below, and let me know whether you think Henry should return in It Chapter 2. Make sure you stick with the Hybrid Network to stay up to date on our future Stephen King discussions. Make sure you also check out our Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and stop by our website for the latest news articles and editorials. If you like our content and want to see us improve and develop, maybe consider donating to our Patreon. Not only does it help us keep the lights on, but it also helps us to further consolidate our resources into improving and expanding on our content to give you the best quality of viewing. My name is Luke, guys, and we'll catch you next time.